just move on. My mind is focused on things past and
We're in transit to the airport right now. Headed out west, out to Utah, and then over to Nevada. There, my good friend Mike Miller did a bunch of fundraising and collected money to send me to Pahrump, Nevada. Me and my friend Matt, who are meeting out there, we're going out there to go looking for this guy that went missing about 5 months ago. Pete was his name, and he went missing into the desert, and Matt and I can hike really far and fast, so we're going to kind of see what we can find out. That's why Mike hired us. It's all for Pete's sake.
think I'm living in a past life, and a past life too. It's the kind of thing that
There we go. I guess there's really nothing more but to get on the airplane.
just believe that it's a thing to do. So here's a little feedback. You gotta wear those shoes.
Why are you hooting and hollering?
We're in Vegas, and we're going to Pahrump, to the mountains. God, I love doing shit. Oh man, we're ready here. We both got light packs. We're both looking at plenty of mountains. We're feeling it.
What's your next mission? Oh, food, naps, getting to Pahrump. Yeah, that's probably the biggest one. The locals don't even know how to get there, so we're kind of a little, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Here it goes.
Vegas, baby. Please, no.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Resorting to eating the pine cone, huh?
Yeah. We're having fun.
I have blisters already. All this concrete walking.
Most important thing, man. Most important thing.
What?
When out in the backcountry, you gotta make sure your feet stay dry, Goose.
Yeah, dude, we are in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
Let me get a
what.
better angle here.
Look at all those trees.
Here we are at the camel renting location. My good friend over here is helping us out, Frank. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you, Frank.
Goose here was the initiator of this decision.
That's your rental
Feet
agreement.
were.
That should remain in the vehicle at all times. That also needs your vehicle registration as well as proof of rent. Cool.
What we're gonna have to do is we'll go and we'll get into the car, okay? And then I'll get out and I'll film you driving away, and then I'll run out and jump in too, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I got you.
Yeah.
We'll put all that what you just said.
All right. So as it turns out, we're about 4.5 hours retarded. 4.5 hours retarded. But we're back on track, and we're finding our way to a map store.
Yep.
Luckily, we've only wasted $40 on storage units
Yep.
and other bullshit. Oh look, there's a stratosphere. Hey, hello stratosphere.
Look at that needle. Alright, we're driving. We're approaching the outer city limits of Pahrump. That's the city over there. I guess here we go. Wild adventures.
Rise and shine. First day of the rest of our lives.
Oh my god, so bright.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it. It's eggy time, my friend. time. Doing good. We just finished up some breakfast. Spoke with Sam one more time. Gonna head out and update this map so that way we can get a much clearer idea as to the open spaces out here to kind of focus the area inward and work our way outward. And eventually start making our way up and out here to walk towards the edge of town. And then we have the vast abyss.
It's game time. So why are you carrying your knife on you?
Because there's a lot of sketchy people that shoot at people when they go walking in backyards, apparently. However, we shouldn't be concerned. Sam says he does it all the time. Alright, here we go. We're going to start off heading towards the water towers. We found a trail that leads away from his front door. And oddly enough, the mouth of that trail curves one way towards one water tower and one way towards another. Then we're going to start with the northern route because it's the most clear and it's the most likely place for somebody to go who wouldn't want to walk on roads. Here we go. That's the trail. This is the trail leading away from his house. Goes that way into that field. That's where we're gonna head first.
Desolation, to say the least. So one of the things I absolutely love about this town is it's like half built, really. It's kind of, I'm walking on a road right now. I don't know if you can see behind me. It's a road. But to prove that, there's that street sign here. As you can see, there's clearly no houses near me at all. Four-wheeler tracks. But that's it. But that's okay. Because we have a street sign. So we just combed like, what would you say, like 4 or 5 football fields in the matter of minutes?
Yep.
That was pretty easy. We're still got some walking to do. We're walking to that first water tower, the northern one. But one issue we're having with is we find dirt bike tracks all over the place between here and the water tower. And as Matt nicely pointed out, if you're on a dirt bike and you hear a gunk, you know you're going to stop if you see or hit something that you know may or may not be a missing person. So a little bit of discrepancy there. So I think if we're going to find this guy, Pete, it's going to be where there aren't the tracks, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. No reason to go looking where somebody else already did.
Nope.
Tumbleweed! We've
Yeah.
quickly found ourselves at the edge of town here after making a pretty linear line here.
Yeah, we found ourselves to that one water tower you can see in the background. That's by houses, though, too close, I think, to where he would go.
Yeah, I think
Like,
you're right.
Now we're just left with this huge field.
That's a search area. I'd say if we're going to find something, it'd be more promising out there than anywhere else we've looked. We use that road to the north as a handrail, and we're going to
To the gravel pit.
Yeah, we're going to lawn mow this whole field. We make 5 or 6 passes.
Yeah, to
That other water tower.
the water tower and back. Gotcha.
Okay. And then I think that would be pretty good.
Matt and I just did a little experiment from, we're about 50 yards out from one another. And our experiment was we each laid down for the other to see what it actually looked like, a body in the sand. And it ain't really that obvious that it's a body or anything of that sort. So it's a little disconcerting because it makes our lives harder. We have to actually really use our eyes now because it's not going to stick out, unfortunately.
Goose and I have swept quite an area. You can see here everything from those trees way off in the distance. You see them there now. All the way across that whole line to those trees way out in that distance. Past that tower and all the way to the road that follows the edge of the town. So we've covered all that already. We've got a lot to go. This is a beautiful landscape. No matter how desolate and isolated and solitude there is. I'll start pondering these thoughts. Here we are, we're back. We're going over what we searched so far.
Conversion table.
Large area. Unless you look at it on a map.
It looks wicked small.
It's gonna be bananas, dude. Now we gotten serious.
We're here in the backcountry desert of Pahrump, Nevada, and I'm about to do a trade-off with the camera for Matt, and we're hot on no trail whatsoever, but we're looking for nothing in particular, and maybe we'll find something.
We can only hope that's the way this plays out.
Yeah.
Bruce and I have been out here for almost a day now, and I'm starting to be able to read the terrain a lot better than I had when I first got here. I'm learning that on the tops of these extremely shallow hills, like I'm on top of now, we have this open area. Actually, hey, look at this. I found one of those Karens. Hey, Goose! I found a Karen! Yeah! And I'm gonna keep my eyes open for these Karens. Maybe they'll lead us somewhere.
What worthy causes are we actually walking around these places for? For example, this desert, we could be missionary walkers for anyone really knows. But are we a missionary of a church? No. What are we a mission of? Life?
Life, dude.
Dude, look at that.
Started marking out in pink the tracks that we've made. Pretty accurate, actually. I've done all that up there. And this is only first and a half day. All the yellow lines are roads that actually exist in this town. Except for gravel roads, we don't count those.
Look at it. It's so tiny. There's absolutely nothing. They're so easy to find everything in that field. It's just totally not small whatsoever. And we can totally see everything in that whole field. It's lovely.
One of his big goals, a big journey for him, would have been to walk out to that water tower out there from his house. So this would have been the path that he'd take. We're going to on a journey now. We'll probably try to grid all the way over to those houses from that tower and back. Looks like we got the rest of the day planned out. It's almost like a big crapshoot trying to figure out left to right, you know? Because left becomes right sometimes out here. and vice versa. But all we can do is kick our feet and pray that the mountain spirits will guide us. Pete! 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 Whenever anybody who loves the outdoors as much as Goose and I do, you just can't help but feel for people, you know? You just can't help but feel a little compassion for the person who came out here with all that love, and Mother Nature took all that love. So the least we can do is wander around and blister up our feet and face because of the rock and the sun, and hope that we can do something. Oh, I see something over there. I'm gonna go a little bit off the line just to see what's going on. Anytime we see something blue, we were hoping it's his backpack. We were told that he was always carrying a school bag style blue backpack. So that's not a backpack, it's a blue balloon. Now Goose and I are painfully aware of this desert heat. And the day that Pete went missing, it was 110 degrees out. Apparently it was 100 degrees by 7 o'clock in the morning or something. So every time I come up to any potential shade, I'm finding a tendency to look into that shady spot, because heat stroke would have happened quick, but he would have enough time to respond, find his way into one of those little shady spots. One just like this around this corner here. Let's take a look. And actually, looks like we do have a bone here. That's surprising. Any more remains? Now, it's normally when you find remains of any kind, you try not to disturb them, just in case. But I'm gonna have to take a look at this bone and see what we can find. I don't know about it. I'm noticing that this is clearly cut with a saw, as is this spot here. So this isn't human. We can only hope it's not human, because if it is, that was a bad day for somebody. Here we go. I found some more bones. Now these bones, these don't look like they were cut with a saw. Actually, see, there are several of them here. Maybe these two go together. Let's take a peek. You know what? They certainly do. I'm gonna let Goose know about this. Hey, Goose! Hey, buddy, I found a bunch of bones! Yeah? Well, I've got some that look like they were chewed up, broken into a couple of pieces. I found some back there, too. Those look like they were cut with a saw. We found some more bones right here. That to me looks very much like an arm or a leg of something. And again, no saw marks. So this didn't come from a butcher shop. These ones look like they're a lot older than 5 months, though. But I think we're going to spend a little bit of time right in this area looking to see how many more we can find. I'm going to have to change my trail name to Bones, because it looks like I found another one right here. Just about stepped on it. I don't know what the heck it is, but it's a something, all right. It's a something. I'm not going to touch this one because now we're starting to find more and more every day, so I don't want to disturb it. I think it has, looks like a break, not so much a cut. That could be a, I don't know, a rib or something. But we got one more right there. There's a couple more. You're about to step on one. If you look at this one over here, dude. Check it out, dude. It's like the other end of a leg or something. Like an arm bone.
Look at that. Interesting. Good find.
So we're hoping for a femur, or maybe a skull or a jaw, something that could be used as an identification. We're gonna keep looking here. We're relatively hopeful. It turns out that Pete was a pretty short guy, from the information we just gathered. So, but the plot thickens and the sun is dropping. So we'll just keep looking here. Just keep wandering the desert. Goose has talked to his buddy who used to work with cadavers and what have you. And he confirmed that that bone was big enough for a 5'3" person to belong to it. So we're gonna keep this as a pretty hot spot. I think I've gone east.
We're here at our car, waiting for the police officers to arrive. Sam was kind enough that he'd go to the police station today, that he informed them of all the bones that we found. And apparently, according to the story, that when the sister was out here, they got some DNA from her so they could do matches, and they've been out here actually searching a little bit. I don't know if they found some stuff. I think it was animal bones or something they were saying. I think, all things considered, at least we found something. I don't know.
So this is Detective Joe Close. He's been living in the Pahrump area for about 20 years, working as an officer for about 17. He's taken photographs of the remains. And now we're going around collecting what we found.
I've been on the desert for any length of time beyond a week, and they start having scavenger activity. The area itself of where it happens at is trampled like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like poof dirt. You know, just because of that animal activity, you can actually see the paw prints.
Okay.
Basically from coyotes and
Just
stuff.
like stirs
Yeah.
everything up around it.
These are just one or two things because they're kind of close to washes, each one of them.
Yeah.
So they're either brought down from up above, you know, when it floods.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people go out and barbecue and stuff like that.
Okay.
Or it's actually somebody that passed, you know, in this area, and then they just kind of grabbed a bone because when they get, I don't know if you guys, how much you guys spend in the desert?
Not a lot.
Mostly in the woods.
Mostly in the woods.
Yeah, in forests.
So, what are your canines out there? All right, guys.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Joe.
See ya.
I wonder why that guy liked these mountains so much.